The sky was growing dark, and a light drizzle soaked the narrow street where Malik lived. He was a 25-year-old black mechanic who had lost his mother early and now cared for his frail father, Papa Jonah. Life had never been easy. The small auto repair shack Malik ran barely fed them, let alone cover the huge debt Papa Jonah had piled up after several failed businesses. More than once, Malik dreamed of leaving their rundown neighborhood on the outskirts of Lagos to find work in the city center, but he could not abandon his sick father. In his heart burned one wish: pay every kobo of that debt and give Papa Jonah a comfortable life. One rainy afternoon, while Malik crouched beneath an old Peugeot, his phone buzzed with an unfamiliar number. "Malik, this is Madame Adelaide Osei. I have something important to discuss with you. Meet me at Moonshawl Cafe at 7 p.m. sharp." Malik froze. He had never heard the name before. How did she know him, much less his number? Curiosity eventually won. He grabbed a faded jacket and went. Inside the cafe sat a regal 74-year-old woman. Her silver hair was pulled into a neat bun, and she wore a simple but expensive Ankara dress with a single strand of pearls. Without small talk, Madame Adelaide leaned in. "Do you want your father's debts erased? Do you want a brand new life?" Malik's brow nodded. "How do you know about us? Who are you?" She sipped her tea, eyes glittering. "I have my ways. I can wipe every naira you owe. If you accept one condition." Malik's gut tightened. "What condition?" "I want you to marry me. Only on paper. I need a legal husband." The cup nearly slipped from Malik's hand. "Marry you? I'm young enough to be your grandson." "I don't need love, only legality," she continued calmly. "Live with me until I die. In return, I settle every debt, handle your future, and leave my estate to you." The offer felt both miraculous and terrifying. All night Malik wrestled with questions. Why me? What's her real motive? Yet images of his coughing father kept flashing in his mind. At dawn he rang her. "Are you truly clearing every cobod?" "I never break a promise," she replied. Heart pounding, Malik whispered, "I agree." The ceremony at Madame Adelaide's seaside villa was small. Just a judge, a few retired military friends, and silent housekeepers. Word spread fast. Broke mechanic married a millionaire granny for money. "She's 74, is 25, weird." Malik tuned out the whispers. To him, the marriage was an exchange, his freedom for his father's rescue. Yet the morning he moved in, the vast villa felt colder than any Lagos rain. Only 3 servants glided about like shadows. Madame Adelaide herself was polite, but distant. They spoke mostly at supper. One evening, Malik asked, "Madame, why so few people here? No children or grandchildren?" Her chopsticks paused. "I live alone now. Everyone is gone. Just do your part." The chill in her answer stole Malik's appetite. 3 days later, she summoned him to her study. A thick stack of papers lay on the desk. "Sin," she ordered. Malik skimmed them. Assets, property, even debts. Alarm bells rang. "Why involve me?" "It's just legal housekeeping, part of our deal," she replied coolly. Her eyes dared him to refuse. Swallowing his fear, Malik sighed, never guessing he had sprung a trap. Restless, Malik pressed the senior housekeeper Mama Bisi for answers. After glancing around, she whispered, "Son, leave if you can. Madame once had a husband and a son. Both vanished. Staff never stay long." That night, Malik returned to his childhood neighborhood and tracked down Uncle Festus, an old friend of Papa Jonah. The truth crushed him. Decades ago, Papa Jonah went into business with Madame Adelaide, then still married. He swindled her, bankrupting her family. Her husband committed suicide. Her son disappeared abroad. She had waited 30 long years to take revenge through Papa Jonah's only child. Malik raced back to the villa and rummaged through Madame Adelaide's files. The contracts he'd signed now listed billions of naira debt under Malik's name. His blood ran cold. Madame's voice floated from the doorway. "Found it, did you?" "Face like ice," she confessed. "I want you to suffer as I did. Your father destroyed my life. Now his son carries the weight." Determined to fight back, Malik sought help from his law school friend Tunde. Tunde suspected document tampering and urged Malik to retrieve the villa's CCTV footage. That night, Malik snuck into the study, copied video that showed Madame swapping the signed pages. But Madame was waiting. Bodyguards cornered him. Malik leapt from a second-floor balcony, crashing into the garden. Just as the guards seized him, sirens wailed. Tunde had arrived with the police. The officers presented a warrant. Hidden ledgers revealed fraud and money laundering beyond Malik's forged death. Handcuffed, Madame Adelaide screamed, "Everything I built, stolen from me." The detective replied, "Built on lies." Clearing Malik took months, but every counterfeit document was voided. Papa Jonah's genuine debt was finally paid by kind-hearted donors who'd followed Malik's ordeal in the news. Yet Malik couldn't entirely hate Madame Adelaide. She was a wounded soul consumed by vengeance. He resolved to live differently. He returned to school, finished his automotive engineering diploma, and opened a small, honest garage that trained street kids. 1 year later, a letter arrived from prison. Malik folded the note and stepped into the sunrise. He had learned that money can't buy peace, and hatred only deepens pain. Forgiveness isn't weakness, it's freedom. We cannot choose where we start, but we can choose how we live. Greed and revenge chain the heart, kindness and perseverance set it free. If this story moved you, share it so its lesson travels farther than any storm cloud over Lagos.